All right, so centering, strong foundation through your feet, level pelvis, fingertips on your shoulders. And as you come into your side bending, armpit to hip, draw the armpit down to the hip, slide against that imaginary wall, come back to your center point, and then rotation. Remember to find your breath. And let's just do a few more of these. You're going to start to feel the postural muscles uniting around your center. You can begin to speed up if that feels appropriate to you. And you can also find at the end of this one, I'm going to find that speedier rotation, which is allowing the rib cylinder kind of to release around the spine. So centering now, but keeping the head gazing towards your mirrors and just spinning that torso. Let your knees be slightly softer, please. I like sometimes to just take the arms and the fingers off of the shoulders, a little bit more free. So there's this flow motion coming through the arms into the shoulders, but by gazing forward, you avoid dizziness, I hope. Okay, and then let that go. Notice how you feel. Still planted well through the feet, centering through the feet, and then coming into classical side reach in Pilates, the lengthening one arm overhead. Allowing a good fullness of breath here. Inhale, exhale, release, and coming into the other side. Reaching the arm over, or maybe bending the elbow and drawing the upper arm back, so you find that you're not in any way rounding in the upper back. Fullness of breath, connecting through the side bodies, releasing. And then reaching arms out like a capital Y, or sometimes we call this a V, and then pulling into a W. And we'll go a little bit rapid with this. So in and out. Now add your knee fold. So standing well, reach the arms up, float the knee. Exhale, draw down, second side. Just a simple balance, knee up and squeeze down. Lift, stand well. Try not to drop those hips. Squeeze those shoulders down. Pull the shoulder blades down toward that pelvic girdle. Strong through the feet and ankles, but also noticing the connection to the muscles of the core. So the pelvic girdle is secure, and your postural muscles are drawing in and wrapping through that midline. Last two. And then shake it out. Roll out your wrists. We're just going to do a little bit of plank to walk back on the mat. Again, sort of staying in a warm-up situation. So come to the back of your practice mat and drop the chin towards the chest, release your crown and fold over the legs. So let yourself drop down into your ragdoll or your roll down, best as you feel. Remember that you might also want to wiggle out those legs. And then walk forward into plank. So stacking your shoulders above the wrists, pelvis in line with the armpits and shoulders, so tabletop back, hips really well aligned, hold steady, and then mindfully walk back. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, walk forward. Inhale, exhale in your plank. Feel all of those muscles engage well, strong center, strong legs, and walk it back. And you'll do a couple more of those, please. So walking forwards, stable and strong. Draw the thigh muscles up towards the bones. Hug those inner thighs. Crown lengthens away. Nice and steadfast and stable. Walk it back, maybe soften the knees, fold in. Press that earth away. And on this one, when you walk back, widen your feet to mat wide or even wider. Bending into the right knee, take the right fingers down towards the right foot. Open up into rotation. Left fingers towards the left foot. Open out into rotation. And if your body allows it, have both legs firm. So continue with the bent knee version or rotate with long extended legs and really find that long spine reaching out of the pelvis. So that's your options, to continue to bending into one or both knees or finding those longer legs, of course using your block. And then keep those legs firm, center your body, bring your hands onto your hips, tabletop back, and rise up to stand. And now we'll come and use some of our practices with our hand weights. Yeah, so collecting your small hand weights. 0.5, 1 kilo. Maybe you'll swap with some heavier ones now and then. So let's come into Joseph Pilates beef dance. So drawing the heels together, inside thighs hugging in. That's it, everybody. Nice level pelvis. And bring the palms forward, thumbs forward for classical bicep curls. So classical bicep curls, we're just going to draw the arms towards the shoulders, open. But we're going to mix this with what's known as an outside curl, coming round the shoulders, just coming in a different way. So the forward version, and then the kind of circular version coming round. It's just a different variation, squeeze. See if you can keep your upper arms drawn close to your trunk. So there's a little concentration there on that second one, because the tendency might be to do that, yeah? To come right away. So see if you can draw shoulders down, spacious across those collarbones, and really feel the energy. Now, actually, you could probably, with some of these arm weight series, use heavier weights. Let's see if we can go now for a set of 10 or 12. This is really good for the back as well, when you're keeping everything neutral, natural spine curves. Okay, so now we're going to place the palms facing back, so thumbs face the back of your room, and bend the elbows, so it's a similar action to your bicep curl, but we've got the palms facing towards the shoulders, and then arm press back, hugging in, squeeze, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7. Think on resistance through the air. 8, 9. And then take a little hold here, squeeze the arms back, draw the shoulders away from the ears, quite wide on the arms, open and close. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then come around into cactus position, thumbs facing the side of the head and drawing in and open out. Coming back into the front of the shoulders, the strength of the upper back muscles, tailbone lengthening down and hugging inside those inner thighs. And then just reach arms overhead and pull round and down. It means that little squeeze at the back there. Softly overhead like a little diamond or a hoop, and then squeeze around. I'm going to add releve to this. So rise up onto the balls of the feet and then land and release. On the land and release, we'll take a little mini plie. So we're going to glide up and release down. Up and down, just going in coordination with the legs. We've got 5 more. And 4. Balance, and 3. And 2. And 1. Now on the last one here, hold up in that releve position and coming out and bend. So that's where you're literally lifting your ankles and heels away from the earth. And we're just coming out and squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stay balanced. Feel those calf muscles. 8, 9, and 10. Release, walk it out, shake it out. Nice and easy. Center the body now. Hip wide feet, nice level pelvis again, shoulders relaxed. Give a little shrug and release again. And slide the arms out to a T shape. Okay, we're going to go for that kind of feeling of strength in the scapulae. Elbows draw in, like little capital W. Coming out, and then draw the arms forward. It's a lovely 4-part move. So we're opening, pulling, lengthening out, and drawing together. Remember to breathe. Try not to lock those legs. We don't want wooden legs. Let flow energy move through your body with the breath. Okay, and then when the arms are out here now, just turn the palms up and down. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Palms down and pulse down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Palms up and small circles back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and small circles forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Gosh, I can feel that, especially after being away. And then coming to your quarter tilt, sit back, strong through that spinal column. Curl the elbows in towards those shoulders. Curl the palms, the weights in towards those shoulders, and then lengthen back. So this is really good for your spinal alignment. But remember, you want to keep a little energetic pull just up through those lowest abs. So for some of us, we might need to make sure we're not rounding down and also not sticking that bum out too much. So lengthening through that spinal column. And we're just going to add the standing position. So stand and try to bring those arms back without hunching. So as the arms press back, thumbs facing that midline, and then we're going to sit in and curl. So just coming back to that Pilates chair position. Hinging from the hips, sitting back. Strengthening into the glutes. Exhale as you stand, inhale as you sit. And sit, curl, press. Every time you re-stand, re-hug those buttock muscles in. Exhalation, bringing you back to standing. 2 more from here. Now stand well, pulse back. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold back and small circles. Drawing those arms back, drawing them back and down. Try not to push that pelvis forward. No need to overarch your back. Keep that crown level. Keep the chin level to the earth. Check in with the feet. Make sure they're really active and spread. Okay, reverse those circles. Nice, and then give yourself a little easeful shoulder roll. Let's bring the weights into the midline. A lot of standing practice today. Step out to your wider angle plie. So turn your feet out. So mat wide or wider. Come into a high or a deeper plie. And then as you stand, you're going to turn and lengthen. So we're going to go inhale. And then pivot, turn. Exhale. Turn and reach. Pivot on the back ankle, yeah? Really focus on getting alignment through that midline as you sit into that plie, thighs are wide, and then the pivot on the ankle, turn and reach both arms. 2 more. 1 more. And then release. Coming into a narrower stance. Perhaps it's shoulder wide. 10 toes forward, or again, you can have your toes out turned, depends how the hips feel. 1 arm forward, 1 arm back. Sit into that chair position. Bring the palms to your midline. 1 arm forward, 1 arm back. So again, it's like a Pilates squat. You're going to sit back and reach the arm forward and back, alternating. Inhale, exhale, squeeze to stand. You can reach them at the height of the shoulders. Depends how your range is. See if you can keep yourself centered. Really find those glutes. They are hugging to support the back, hugging to support the lumbar, hugging into the hips to be strong for the pelvic health. All right, and then open out. Take a big stretch. Rounding in. And we'll come down to mat now. For some curl downs and some core abs. All right, so practice here now at the back of your mat again. So crown coming down as you drop the chin to your chest. Please fold over the pelvis. Hang loose. I'm going to pop the weights near the side of the mat to pick those up in a moment. Coming into your plank. And bring your weights where you can access them if you want to. Take your feet mat wide so that they are much broader than the shoulder wide arms. Arms spread below the shoulders. And then pick up one of your weights and see if you can bend the elbow up towards the sky as you row the arm away. We're just going to do 5 here. See if you can stabilize yourself on 3 points of contact. Try not to turn the trunk. So having those really wide legs helps. Pulling the elbow, bending through resistance. Swap sides. Use the weight or not, it's not compulsory. Pull up, rowing that single arm. And you will feel your muscles in the abdominals really come in to their strength here as you maintain those 3 points of contact. And then release back, buttocks towards the feet. Enjoy a lovely elongation of your spine. Reach the arms forward. And then come round and sit. Okay, so in seated, again, it's your choice if you want to collect your weights for this one or not. But first of all, just some seated cat-cow. So maybe hold onto the backs of your thighs, feet are resting, hip wide. Tuck your tail, curl your pelvis under, rounding the spine. On your in-breath, lift out of the chest. Pull on the backs of those thighs and try and let your heart reach forward. Maybe even look up to the sky. So you're back bending here in that seated position and then curling down. Extending to round. Inhaling to lift out and lengthen through that front body as the back body contracts. And then gradually bring yourself down to mat now. So we'll float the arms forward with or without weights. And then draw the inner thighs together, scooping through the midline. Hug in. Let yourself sequentially release down to the mat. And then once you're on the mat, allow a full body stretch. So take your arms all the way overhead. Lift the breastbone away from the pelvis. Really feel those side ribs open out. And then bring those arms down. Coming into semi-supine. Heavy through the sacrum. Heavy buttocks. Level pelvis. And floating left and right knee above the hips now. Choose to curl up, reaching your arms forward or cradling the head. So we're going to go with single leg stretch first of all. So bringing one leg, I'm just extending out through that left leg. For 3, keeping the right knee above the hip. For 4, for 5, for 6. The movement coming from your hip. 6 into the seconds, right leg now. Reaching for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, hugging in. Drop those weights if you've got them. Draw the knees towards your chest. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders now, cradling. And reaching both legs away and in, so ins and outs. Reaching, maybe at a 45 angle. You don't want any doming of that belly. Keep everything neatly wrapped around. Find the breath. From here, we're going to go straight into alternating single leg extend. Please avoid pulling on the neck. So that cradled head, you're really allowing the weight of the skull to land back into those supportive palms. We've got softly pointed toes at the moment, but then what I want you to do is change to flexed feet. So let's pump those ankles forward and back a few times, maybe circle them. Actually, you can lay down for this. So flex and point the feet and toes. Let's really circle out those ankles. And then push the heels away so they're in really powerful feet and legs. Coming back into your single leg extend. If you need to, you can always put the feet down and just move through a single side. So it's more important that you find your correct form and function. You know, not necessarily, it's quality rather than quantity. You don't want to overdo. You're finding that breath. Like I say, some of us are happy to work with the alternations. Okay, bring the feet, ankles and knees together. Keep your head in that cradle, but roll over onto your left hip. So come into side line, stacking the knees, and see if you can let your right elbow draw towards the left. We're going to do a little bit of lovely trunk rotation here. So open the right elbow towards the sky. Open out through the right side of the chest, look up to the sky, and just let yourself find the best expression of this that you can. So you may find that your right hip draws back a little, that's fine. But lay open through the chest for a moment, and then coming back into that closed position. So the right elbow draws over towards the left, and your head is being drawn in along with the right. Next time you open out, just let that chest stay broad and relaxed. Maybe you're gazing to your right side, maybe you're looking up towards the sky, and then roll back onto the back body. Bring the knees into the chest and circle out through your hips. So palms are on those knees, just giving a lovely mobile hip circle. Double hip circles there. Okay, we're going to go back into that little trunk rotation. So join your knees, feet and ankles together and roll onto your right side with that cradled head position. And then when you're ready, breathing in, twisting, rotating the spine, upper back, shoulders, and trying to open out while the legs and hips are over to the right, the chest and shoulders trying to come open to the left side. And you know, sometimes with these positions, we might want to take the whole arm away. This is another way that we work, isn't it? We take the whole arm away and open up. So find the best of what's right for you this morning. If the cradled head position is causing a problem, or it's not finding enough generous movement for you, then spread the arm away, you know, coming to the arm opening position as an option. But follow the gaze. If you've opened up the arm as the second option, follow the gaze following the palm. And the head and neck turning as well. It's usually really releasing for most of us, but it can feel challenging at first. All right, well done everyone. Come back onto your back body. Press the feet into the earth. Collect hand weights if you wish. Level that pelvis, curl the tailbone. Lift up into your shoulder bridge. Strong through the feet and toes. And consider drawing the arms up towards the sky as well. So resting on your feet and shoulders with that diagonal length coming from the knees through to the hips and through to the chest. And then peeling the spine down. So noticing spinal articulation as you lift up into the bridge, breathing in, breathing out, sustain your position, and then hollow the belly and peel and ripple that spine down to the earth. And then reach back up, nice level pelvis. Take the arms out wide. Palms face up to the sky, and then lower and lift the hips for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. It's a small lowering and a small lifting, So targeting again the strength of the back and the gluteal muscles and the hamstrings. 3, 2, 1. Hold steady. Breathe well. And then again, peel the spine down sequentially. Release, release, release. Arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, long arm curl up. And release. Breathing in. On the next one, exhale, long arm curl up. Direct your arms to the left. We twist. Into center. Exhale. Arms reach round to the right. And center. To the left. Over to the right. And then reach your legs long. Flex or point the feet. Nice breath in as the shoulders are grounded. Exhale, curl up, lift head, neck and shoulders. Squeeze those legs together. On a good day, coming into your full Pilates roll up. Sitting well. Let's release those weights. Come round onto all fours. Coming back into spinal mobility so that we've got that lovely cat-cow move to close this one today. So knees below the hips or a little bit further forward. Exhaling to round off, so really scoop that belly in, pelvis curl, chin to chest. Breathing in to open out. Pull the heart forward, turn the tailbone up. Really feel that spinal strength. Exhaling, core draws in, postural muscles drawing up towards your spine. Breathing in, back bending. And then level off your table back. Find a strong, stable table. Sweep the left arm up. Twist out again. Left palm down. Rotate, sweep the right arm up. Really reach. Last one on the right. Lift and lengthen. Look up to the sky. Bring either leg forward. Step right or left leg forward. Curl the back toes. Rise up to stand. Nice and confidently. Turn your palms out. Find your feet in standing. And a big circle up to the sky. Maybe lace the hands together. Reach out. A full standing stretch to greet your day ahead. Thank you so much for joining me for this one today.